we getting calls from home saying, y'all gonna be on the Apollo. I'm like, how the fuck we gonna be on the Apollo? You just called me. So he was like, yo, turn on what you call them, turn the Apollo. So we look at the Apollo and they like, Jagged Edge performing live. And I was like, me and Bump look at each other and we had that name Jagged Edge. And somewhere along the line, JD and them hook up and they get that. And there's where the name is basically how I feel like it was stolen. You feel me?
Right, no doubt.
But so we didn't cry with spilled milk.
This is some good shit.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Welcome back to the Smoking Buzz channel. It's your boy, New Jersey Preem. This is the Wake and Bake podcast, and I'm joined as always by my right-handed co-host, Jay Will. What's the deal, good brother?
Ain't nothing, man. Was ready to get into it, man. You good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, man, I'm excited as hell today. We have a dope guest, a true pioneer from the city of Camden, a legendary artist, person, philanthropist, motherfucking whatever you want to call him. He's been this for the city. He's our greatest export. He took Camden global, if you will. I'm talking about from Africa to Paris to I believe Germany, if I'm not mistaken. We had to ask him when he come on for real. Nobody other than the legendary Shakil. Let's bring him on, man. Let's bring him on.
Peace. I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate that. I'm happy to be
Camden
here.
royalty right here, man. We got the king right here.
No doubt. And I'm glad you said that because I don't never self-proclaim anything. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Y'all call me what it is that you want to call me or title me. And that when I mean by y'all, I mean by the people who always supported me and feel that way. You feel me? So
Yes, sir.
if I say I'm King Camden, it's because y'all said that. If I say I'm legend,
yeah,
feel me? So
it's rightfully
I
earned.
appreciate
right
that. I wanted to let people know that because I know people be like, yo, he always putting the king in crown now. I never really gave that too much attention because a lot of people used to actually try to, yo, I'm the king of this. And I'm like, if you want to be, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
people determine who you are, what you are when it comes
not
to
too
this
many
type
kings crown themselves and shit. You know.
That's correct. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You
If
can't
it ain't official,
can't knight yourself.
Right,
Right,
exactly. By saying,
Right.
yeah.
You fuck around, cut your neck off. So shit.
But your work speaks for itself, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we gonna get into that. Man. And the first question that we asked our guests when we first get on here, bro, you want me to ask or you gonna ask it? You know what I'm saying? Because it is your question technically.
Oh, okay. I mean, don't make a difference in our questions, but who is Shakil?
Shakil, again, I've been on this earth for a long time, so you get a lot of versions of me. They all gonna be real though.
No doubt.
That's one thing about me. I'm never fake. I'm never phony. I don't come from that cloth. But I was a street nigga at one point. You feel me? And then I became a joker that did time in prison. Little bit of time, not as much as most, but little bit of time, and took the opportunity to learn from it, and then and understand that I can't raise and help and do anything for anybody sitting in somebody's prison. So
no doubt.
By that I was able to transition, get a job, stand on my two. It's hard when you're not really working with people out there doing what they do. I don't give a fuck how much money you making on the street. Again, I could curse, correct?
Of course.
But your feet is never grounded when you out there and about like that. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
So
yeah, no doubt.
It wasn't until I really got this job that I like. I'm still there. It's 25 years now that I've been there.
Oh yeah.
And with that being said, as a man, I was able to show my wife's kids, children they was young when I got into their life, a different version of me, which made them a better version of themselves now because they followed me because like I was telling cousin earlier, I never paid attention to who was actually paying attention to me and that light that I shine for people. So if I'm giving a negative light, people, they will actually follow that because it's me. So when I decided, like my brothers so when I decided without even thinking that just work, that I shine a different light, and I'm able to help people get jobs, keep jobs, and just better their lives. So I'm a family man. I'm a grandfather. You know what I'm saying? I'm
No
super
doubt.
happy about that. And I'm just all around good person, man. Like cousin explained, he called me a philanthropist. I never looked at myself as that, but I am.
No
You know what I'm
doubt.
saying?
No
It's
doubt.
so much that I've been around, I've done, and I've endured. So, and I love how people are growing and progressing, and I want that for people. So, I'm more or less the person that just wants life to be easy for everybody else by seeing how I'm life is easy now for me
No doubt.
because it's
No
what
doubt.
you put
Using you as
into
an
it. So,
example.
but I'm still a hardcore rapper,
Right.
MC. Um, Still at my age. Uh, I'm still no nonsense, but giving you a chance. You feel me?
Right.
Like I'll give you opportunities before I decide to cut you off and stuff like that. And that go
No
for
doubt.
family too. That go
No
for
doubt. For
friends,
sure.
family, however it go. But man,
Right.
overall, the Shakil y'all got is Mike Nelson now. You know what I'm saying? I used to stay away from telling people my government, if
Right.
y'all understand. You get what I'm saying? But
Right.
I'm at a point in my life where I could tell you my full name. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Word.
I'm Mike Nelson, man. Yeah, that's who Shakil is
Hell
overall.
yeah. Hell yeah. So it's
Yeah,
so funny
but
that you did that, right? Because I am for those that's watching, I am his little cousin, like real life little cousin.
Yeah,
Younger
yeah.
cousin. You know what I'm saying? I think I
And
might be
God
taller
brother.
than him for real, and godmother for real. His mother is my godmother. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
And
look,
yo, you know what's crazy, bro? Oh, not my bad. Right
now
before
go
we
ahead, go
start,
ahead.
and it's so funny because like, man, I felt because me and bro, I mean, we've pretty much known each other since we were what 12, 13
12
years old,
year facts,
and
yeah.
it was so many different times. Like, I was actually supposed to meet you actually years ago.
That's
No,
Word,
crazy.
word,
years ago, because it was
word.
certain instances like little no family get-togethers like. But I'm sure you're going to share with them a certain one that I'm talking about that I was
Nah,
actually
it's
supposed to
definitely
be at.
yeah, it's definitely a family gathering that we're gonna talk about a little bit later on.
Okay, all right, yeah. All right, we'll talk about that a little. That I might
But
have been lucky I missed.
with me, look, with me being his younger cousin, right? I literally always known this man. Of course, I known him by Mike, of course, but I always known this man by Shot. Like I literally never
Correct.
knew him by any other nickname other than Shot or Shot Kill. Where did the name Shot Kill come from?
The name came from Uncle Bounty.
Seriously,
Yep.
okay, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Ain't
How
that
did that
something?
come about?
So Uncle Bounty is of course Muslim,
Right. Okay.
and his attribute is damn, I forget. He's been called Bounty so long. But he went away. He went away for a little bit. I don't mean to prison.
Right.
He went like on a to California. Or he went away somewhere, and he came back. And when I was younger, of course, I can say this about my father at this point. I didn't have one,
Right.
but I don't feel no type of way no more. So I'm not gonna go in on him. You feel me?
Right.
But Uncle Bounty was pretty much my father back then. So when I was coming up, he used to do for me. He was the one that would do for me, like dress me, get me dressed. I had the gold. I had the before hitting the streets.
Right.
So when he came, he had this chain, and he said, "Here, when you decide to become Muslim, this is your name." And when he gave me the chain, it had Shaki like
Okay.
kill. So that was my original. So I took that on and I ran with it because after that I really hit the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I was originally shot kill with a double L, and then being in the streets, it made sense. But
Drop the L.
then I dropped the L as an artist when I got signed to Levert
Okay.
um, in Hollywood. So that's who the name came from. Uncle Bounty. Shout out to Uncle Bounty.
Shout out to Uncle Bounty for real. Straight up. Straight up. Jay, you got the next one?
Yeah. So let me ask you, Shop, man. Like, what was it like for you in the era like of growing up in Camden? What was it like growing up as a kid?
So honestly, the reason why I I consider myself to literally be the king. If when people call me that, it wasn't really because of the music. It was because of my move, my surroundings of Camden. So what I mean by that is my mother, rest her soul, my mother moved everywhere in the city of Camden. I
I
went to
understand that.
every school in the city of Camden.
Oh, that's
So I
crazy.
got to get friendly and become friends with so many different people from East Camden to North Camden to
Right.
downtown to Pollock to Parkside to Fairview. My mom moved in every single part of Camden. So by me growing up and just having a single mom, and it was like, it was just a good situation because I never really even thought about the dad situation because my mom made it. She didn't make it look like that, but even though she was grinding,
Right.
and then as you know, when you coming up, in these different parts, it was just fun. Back then, it was super fun because you were a kid, and
Right.
then I was more in tune to when you got grandma, or it's my aunt Clara, but it's his
Yeah, my
grandmother.
grandma, right.
So she was the catalyst of the family. When back then came Jay, we would all be connected. You would have been met me because that's how Aunt Clara was. The family
Right,
was,
yeah, right.
and then back in the day, that's how family was anyway. Once you lose the grandmoms and the families and stuff like that,
Yeah, the
everything
patriarchs and the
starts to
matriarchs of the
spread out,
family.
and that's why we where we are now. But just going back to your question, I love growing up in Camden, man. I endured every single aspect of what Camden. Yeah, I even got shot. I'm not saying I'm stupid because I
No, I
got shot.
understand.
Just
We
saying,
got you. We got
when,
you. Yeah.
you
Right.
get what I'm saying? It's like I embody Camden. So when I think of Camden, when I think of me, and if I could say Camden and put a face to it,
No doubt. No doubt.
you get
No
what I'm
doubt.
saying?
Yeah.
So I just love the city, and it was great growing up. And then it started getting hard, man. And then I started doing things that every other kid back in those days would do.
Right.
When mom started having more kids, right?
Right.
Mom can't do for them. The more you get, the tighter it gets.
Right.
And then the economy, and then you get what I'm saying. So
Hell yeah.
I started sneaking and doing the drug selling and all the extra shit behind her back, and my mom wasn't having it and all that shit. So my mom put me out at an early age, and I went out, but I'm still in the street. I'm still I've just never paid any attention that things were bad like that because I
Right.
always felt like we can make a way because I watched my mom do it.
Right. No
You
doubt.
feel me?
No doubt.
So just not understanding that drugs was the easier way because everything else was, we can mow lawns, we can shovel
Right.
snow in the
Cleaning
winter.
backyards, shit like
Shit
that.
that we
Right.
was
Yeah.
doing, cleaning
Right.
backyard. I tell you what we used to do. We used to go all the way down to it used to be Pathmark
Oh
down
yeah.
Mount Ethan
Oh
Avenue,
yeah,
and we used
yeah,
to
yeah.
bag
Yep.
groceries.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Word.
We
Word.
made money. You get what I'm saying? We
No
did
doubt.
things, and then we was happy about what we was doing. Jay, you feel me?
Right.
We was just open, and then all the schools that I went to was just, I could play ball. I played for the Centerville Simbas. I won in every age group from, what I'm saying, from, yeah, I
Yeah.
won the 70s, the 85s, the 90s. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? I won every
Yep.
Word.
110s, I won in every age group, and then that's when really the drug shit really hit, and then I always had a temper, so those different talents that I had, because I could ball, I could play football, I could play basketball, I could play any sport you name,
No
even
doubt.
golf. But my
Oh, even
temper
go.
and my temperament, yeah, like it's
Word.
like if the coach say something nutty to me, I'm like, who the fuck you talking to like that, nigga? You know what I'm
Word.
saying?
Word.
So
Your favorite all-time player, which is Allen Iverson, if I'm not
all
incorrect, right?
time,
Right.
of all
Okay.
time, the greatest
But this
player of all
man was
time, man.
Allen Iverson with muscles. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Oh,
Like that's
that's
how he was
wild.
balling out there.
yeah,
Oh
He
yeah.
moving out
yeah.
there.
I was actually a point guard when I was younger because I was smaller,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
I had handles because I was taught by your cousin Keith Tick.
Yeah.
His dad went to college and all this. So when he
Oh,
came into our life, he used to be on me like what's the movie with Ray with, Jesus Shuttlesworth?
Oh, he
Oh,
got
he got
game.
game.
He
Yeah.
Yeah.
got game. Remember how the dad used to be pushing him around and
Right.
all? His
Uh-huh.
dad did that with me. So I used to have to tie my right hand back and dribble with my left and all
Oh, he
that
had you
stuff. He
working.
did that for me. But I with going back to it, it was like, damn, cousin, I could do these things. I could, but I'm gonna lose out on these things because of my temperament. You get what I'm saying?
No
Like
doubt.
Yeah.
it I don't regret none of it though.
No doubt.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh
I don't
yeah.
regret nothing because the bounce back is even better.
Right.
For sure. Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
And that kind of leads us into our next question about you for real, because the next question is like, what was your first encounter with the streets? Like when it really grabbed you type shit. You feel me?
So my first encounter with the streets wasn't drugs.
Okay.
It was joining. It was a group. I always call them a group. I don't call them a gang. If you from downtown and you know this group, um, they was called the Wrecking Crew, but they was big time drug dealers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Way before uh Sons of Malcolm X came out or any of these, it was the Wrecking Crew. And we called ourselves the Junior Wrecking Crew. Now, because we were younger and we would hit the streets, we would venture off. So when we ventured off to different parts of the city, we were actually um causing havoc, like in a sense.
Right.
We we had skating rings back then. You follow me?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I
So
understand.
so so back then you could go to the skating ring, run into what you would call a rival group of people, you might have had some beef with in school and then get into it. Back then it wasn't guns. It was we just squabbled, you know what I'm
Right, no
saying?
doubt.
We got into it. So the wrecking crew used to get pissed at us for because we was always fighting this shit, you know what I'm saying? But that was my first encounter with that, and that made me more that's where my heart, when you know you're gonna be about something and something like that, you gotta get into it to know if you have the heart to do it.
That's real
Or
shit.
you're gonna or you're
That's real
gonna
shit.
or you're gonna you know what I'm saying, you're gonna defer from it. You
Right.
follow me? So when I seen that I could be street, and then I was taught how to fight by my uncle Bounty, my uncle Finn, I was taught how to fight, even my brother's dad. So my confidence level was always been at a high rate. So being in that part and then getting into the part where it's just like, okay, mom, Run DMC hits now. It's like, okay, here come these shell top Adidas
Right.
and Lee jeans, and you get what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, Mom, before it was like, Mom, can I get these and can I get this? And it was fine. But then now here comes BI, my brother,
Right.
and then it
Uh-huh.
started to get tighter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, well, I had to do something. So I watched one of my boys make his move. It's like, damn, it was that easy? You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
I hollered at him. He shot me something. And then the people that he was working for, seeing how I was moving, and then they came now jumping directly out of him to them. And then now it's like, go create your own.
Right.
So by
Right.
that time when my mom found out, she had kicked me out. So and then originally I was on from 6th Street downtown.
Okay.
Okay.
So when I hit Grandma Cats at Sycamore Court Projects, I'm already full throttle.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm already full throttle. I'm all
Right.
the way in.
Right.
So, but my grandma don't know. Yeah, I got the guns. I got the guns on the on top of the refrigerator. You feel me? Like she
Right.
can't reach up there. She don't know what's up there.
Right.
You get what I'm
She don't
saying?
ever go up there for nothing. Right.
Yeah,
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 she ain't
yeah.
got no point to go up on
Right.
the refrigerator. I don't like that. Listen, I'm not proud of that shit to this
Hey, you
day.
lived through it
That's
though.
a
You can
shame
laugh
Yeah,
about
about
it.
it.
he telling the story. Yeah,
Right.
it's okay. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I said, man, when you in it, you in it, right? So
Hell
you
yeah.
got to be about all of it that comes with it. So again, it was just and to really answer your question, it's like, you know how you get bit and it's like that shit didn't hurt because you're scared when the dog's like, this motherfucker bit me, and it's like, now I punch the dog in the jaw. I'm punching pit bulls in the jaw now, knocking them out because that bite didn't really hurt me.
Right.
So it's like once I got bit, and the money's coming in, it's it for me.
Right.
I don't need nothing else. Not saying I don't need nobody, but I don't need nothing else. And then that's a bad mentality for somebody to have when
I
you
understand.
only got the street mentality to, man, fuck this job. I walk out of this job for a purpose of, let's hypothetically say you got caught, you got probation now.
Right.
Now you got to get a job. We young, I'm in juvie. So I just got out of juvie and I got to go to get a job. Now I'm in the job like, I'm still hustling, nigga. The fuck I need this
Right.
job for? But I'm here because of this. But then you want to talk greasy to me like, clean that up and clean this up. Get the fuck out of here. You feel
Right.
me?
Especially when
So
you that young, your pride ain't gonna
when
let
you
you like
that
come talk
young,
to you.
yeah,
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 like
yeah.
that. Right.
And it was always like, I got drugs. I don't give a I never burned bridges with nobody. So it was like, I got drugs.
Right.
And I realize now, like I tell motherfuckers, I got the same mentality. And I'm saying this to both of y'all so y'all understand this. So whoever listening, understand this. The way today is, you could create anything and put it on these social media sites and you could become you could make money off of it. Am I correct?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
Just about, yeah.
just about. So with that being said, there should be no way that you can allow yourself to be belittled or have someone talk down on you at a job because they feel you think that this is your only way to make money.
Right. I get what you're
So
saying.
I've
No
been at
doubt.
my job 25 years. To this day, I will not allow no one to talk to me any kind of way because I'm gonna give you the respect that I expect you to give me back.
Hell
And if
yeah.
I don't get it, I'll go work. I don't have the mentality no more, Jay, to say I got drugs. I go to fucking work at McDonald's to make do because I know I can make money. I know how to make money. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? But you ain't gonna treat me or talk to me any kind of way because you think this is my only. This is what, especially when you're dealing with people who think you ain't educated and things of that nature. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
that's just my message to everybody. Don't allow no one to belittle you, talk down on you, or treat you like anything less than what you deserve. Because there are ways and there's resources out here that you can build on. Look what y'all doing. You feel
No
me?
doubt. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Hell
Definitely
yeah. And
dealing
it's
with
so funny that you say
principles.
that because it
For
sounds
sure.
like you know what I'm saying, you saying let your hustle become your product. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
correct.
Mhm.
That's
And no
correct.
longer the drugs. You know, say the drugs ain't the product no more, but your
Yeah.
hustle is. You know what I'm saying?
Because drugs sell themselves.
Right.
Well, how many motherfuckers know how to sell anything?
That's a fact.
You can sell an
Yeah,
Eskimo
yeah.
ice. What Jay said, I can sell water
So,
to a well.
yeah, yeah.
Right, right, right.
For real.
And today's society, damn near could do that. You feel
For
me?
real. You ain't
See them
lying.
motherfuckers down the line. I don't know if y'all looked and saw that line of motherfuckers
The
trying to
hair
get
spot.
hair,
Yeah. I
trying to
believe you
get hair.
on Mount Ephraim. Yeah, I
Let's
know.
be real,
Yeah.
because they let's be real. People might joke about it, but they don't know initially some of them people in that line ain't just for them. That's for their business.
Right.
Because them
Yeah,
people
true.
was
Yeah.
often hair at a cheaper price.
Price. Yep.
And
Yeah.
then you getting it, and then you can off it and put it on people and make a different
Profit.
profit.
Yes,
Because
sir.
that's
Mm-hmm.
all this shit
Yes, sir.
is.
Yep.
You follow me?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Well, we gonna teach them today. You feel me? We gonna
Hell
talk
yeah.
and
Hell
talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
yeah.
people like to give their own versions of shit to try to belittle people and look and make them. And meanwhile, you ain't doing no better than the next person. You feel me?
No doubt.
So
Mm-hmm.
that we gonna shine light on them people too.
No
You
Right.
get
doubt.
what I'm saying?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
for
Especially
sure.
now, because we ain't at that point where we can be like that. You follow
Facts.
me?
Facts.
Because the motherfuckers at that, y'all know where I'm talking about. The motherfuckers at the top they ain't looking to take care of us. And we still doing each other dirty. And y'all,
Especially when
I don't
we
know
talk
where
about the
you at,
city of
Jay, but I
Camden.
know cousin in Philly.
No, I'm
Right.
not in Philly no more. I'm in Delaware.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
are you?
yeah.
Yeah,
You in
yeah, yeah.
Delaware?
I'm in
That's what's
Delaware.
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
But we
down.
know
Yeah.
I'm only saying this just because they wildin'. But
Mm-hmm.
that's everywhere.
Right.
but
Facts.
they wilding, and we got to stop somewhere. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna get all political
Shit, I ain't mad at you. This
Ain't
your
not,
show,
man.
bro.
Listen,
This
yeah,
your show. Shit.
please. And
Right.
it's so funny, right? Because as far as like educating. So let me
right.
ask you this. So from your experience in the street, if you had to pick one lesson that you got that you took with you going forward in life that you always taking, what was that one lesson from the street that you apply to your everyday life?
That I never took it. I never took it out on somebody. Took out on people that I can't go back to them. So what I'm saying is, we lost a lot of people because of drugs. Correct.
Right.
Yes.
We lost a lot of people because of money. Correct.
Yeah.
And
Hell
what I
yeah.
mean by that is, in lieu of someone owing you money or doing you dirty because of drugs, I never did nobody dirty because of that. I just left you alone. And today,
Okay, I get what
because
you're
we're
saying.
grown, I can still
Mhm.
see you and say, "Hey, what's good with you, bro?
Right. No
Oh, you
doubt.
looking good," you know. And that's what I love about what I didn't do when I was in the streets, because you can't take the money. You can always make back, but to take people lives and take people you close to lives and all that type of shit was, it just changed the whole game and changed everything about how we were. That's what changed Camden. You follow me? So
Right.
I'm happy that that part of it is something I didn't do, and then by me being the type of person, because remember this, not all bad people are doing good things, but not all good people are doing bad things. What I mean by that is, just because you're doing bad things doesn't mean that that's because you're a bad
Bad
person.
person. Right. Yeah. No doubt.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we could benefit off of, because let's be real, some shit you gotta do.
It's just facts.
It's some shit you gotta do. You
Facts.
feel me? And it might be to an extent where it looks bad in somebody's eyes, but because your heart, you wasn't thinking with your head, you was thinking with your heart. I gotta do this.
Right.
So I gotta I gotta get him. Or I gotta make this move.
Right.
But then change it about, change it coming forward, then it made sense.
Yeah.
No
You
one
coming from a
lost
place
anything.
of emotion and not logic.
Yeah, that's correct. And
Right.
it's a lot of emotional people who do things out of emotion, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, if you don't take it in what you're doing, because you got to always think first, and that's why I lasted. I did 1995 was when I did my bid. I never seen the inside of a prison or a county since then,
No doubt.
and
Facts.
I'm proud of that.
Hell yeah. As you should
Yeah,
be.
for sure.
Shit.
Yeah,
That's
for
30
sure.
Real.
years.
Facts.
I
Facts.
think that's 30 years,
Yeah.
right?
30
Yeah.
years. 30 years.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm all the way beagle. When I go down the street driving, I don't like cops, so I don't want nobody pulling me over. So if I'm doing 25 on a 25, ain't nobody behind me gonna make me go faster, because you ain't the one that's gonna get hit again or anything of that nature.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
feel me?
For sure.
I'm
No
just
doubt.
trying to stay out the
Mm.
way. That's all.
No
That's
doubt.
it. Because we already against, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
This ain't on our favor. This ain't on
Yeah.
our side.
You're
You
not
feel
lying.
me?
That's an
So
everyday struggle for real.
yeah, that's the
Absolutely.
everyday struggle and the everyday mindset to think on when you get up, how to go. I got these for a reason.
That's the
They
Meta
they the
Jones.
meta glasses.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Uh-huh.
got you. I see
So
what you mean.
cause I ain't gonna pull out no phone and be
Yeah.
like, yeah, hey officer, yeah, I'm filming you and all this other shit. I'm gonna just be like,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's good with you. And it's
yeah,
already on Facebook, so
Hell
we
yeah.
live right now. So
Yeah,
you
we
get what I'm
live
saying? Because I'm
and
gonna
living
comply.
color, baby. Facts.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
comply.
you move too far, no, too quick to the left or the right. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
They're gonna take it
don't
as a
give them a
front.
reason.
Right.
Especially
Yeah.
Right.
if I get out the car doing this shit.
Come on now.
Oh
You
They
know what I'm
take
saying?
they
yeah,
You
taking
feel
that
me?
as a full blown threat.
Now I'm a
yeah.
whole threat. You feel me?
Facts.
Like,
Uh huh.
but again, we just gotta think, and again, going back to that question, it's that Jay. It's just the fact that I never lost anybody to from what I've done to them, and and the fact that I was able to maintain a full life out of prison for 30 years and show that part of Shakil and
No
show
doubt.
that part of Mike. You know what I'm saying? Show that part of Pop. Show that part of Pop Pop
Right.
and Unc and Cousin. And you get what I'm saying? There's a
No
lot of
doubt.
people. My mom died proud of me. You get what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I never
Hell yeah.
realized how much I was doing to my family, what in realistic fashion, my mother or my grandma, until my 50th birthday. And my mom, because I stayed working, I stay at the job. So my mom came up to visit to give me a happy birthday at the job because that's where I was at.
Right.
And she hugged me, and that's the last time I hugged her. And she said, "We made it."
Mm.
And that hit me, y'all. I was like, fuck. I walked away from my mom like, I ain't gonna lie, I was tearing up. Like,
Hell yeah.
man, I put my mom and them through hell. Cause I wasn't no saint. There's a lot of motherfuckers that got locked up for what they did. I'm not one.
Right.
So you get what I'm saying? So I just did a lot of shit, but I knew how to move. You feel what I'm saying?
No
And
doubt.
and when my mom said that to me, I was like, damn, I put them through hell. You follow me? Like
Right.
on some real shit.
Right.
But she never stopped loving me like unconditionally. You get what I'm saying? So,
Hell yeah.
and that was a big plus for me. Like, damn, that's what's up, man. Because my mom, she died a month later, and
Shit.
I knew she was super proud of me.
Hell yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
Hell yeah. Definitely could give
again,
you some type of peace
whoever
or
watches
peace of
this
mind.
today, I hope they learn and understand that the thing about life is what you make it. And trust me, it's not hard when you stay on the right path. I'm not speaking in any type of biblical sense, religious sense. I'm just saying on the right path.
Right.
When you stay
Morally.
right, because it's easy to go left,
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then it's harder to get out of it. The hardest part is staying right. So you just gotta maintain that focus every day you get up and stay right. Keep
No
doing
doubt.
right. Do right by people and do right by yourself.
Real shit. Real
Yeah, 'cause
spell for real.
coming from where we from, man, that's
Yes,
a struggle, man. It's around the corner, especially
that's correct.
for young black men growing up. Like, bro, like it's all right there. As soon as you leave, like no matter
Facts.
sometimes what you're told in your household, if you don't stand on all 10 when you leave outside that door, because
That's correct.
that's
Big
when you really
facts.
got to put it to work, man. And
That's correct.
it is a struggle. And a lot of us, it fell short because the influence out there is very rough.
Yeah, I
It
say it all
is.
the time, man.
Yeah.
A lot of the shit that people actually lost on was because they followed.
Right.
They
Yep.
lost out. They
Right.
lost life. They lost out. They lost time. It's because they
Opportunities. Right.
followed. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? Because of the peer pressure shit. You know what I'm
Big
saying?
Yep.
facts.
Trying to impress
Facts.
people all the time. Like, just listen. The same people you trying to impress ain't gonna do nothing but clown you after the shit you did. And then at the same
Right.
time, you somewhere wherever you at, whether you 6 feet under or you in the Bing, they ain't there. They
Facts.
not there.
And me and bro talk about this shit often. Half of the time they might fuck
Yeah.
around and tell on you. You know what I'm
I
saying? To
I,
make
I
sure they
seen
don't
I,
get
I
there.
seen I seen y'all talk like again. I don't jump in the comments because it was going. I'm gonna drag them out because it's too much writing for me. I just like y'all content. I like what y'all talking about because this is what's real.
No doubt.
And you're right. They gonna snitch on you.
Facts.
I
Facts.
got a
Yeah.
song called "Compared to Time" where I say when the meaning of compared to time is it's in any time that you're on this earth and you with somebody and you love somebody, they at some point in time they can switch up on you.
That's a
So
fact.
you gotta always be aware and always keep your head and your mindset on those type even your family.
Yeah,
And that's
that's a fact.
they the worst ones.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's the one that hurt you the most.
They the ones
Boy.
that hurt you the
Yeah.
most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the song I
Never.
sent you with the extra verse
Yeah.
in that line I say the ones who hurt us are the ones the closest. You
You know
see what
what's
I'm
so
saying?
funny? I wasn't going to mention the songs that you sent me because, they not out yet. I got some exclusive content before you
Yeah,
guys,
yeah,
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying, got this joint. But there
You can
was
send it. You
something
can send it. You can send it
But
to Jay.
that, all
yeah, I'm
right.
about to say we got it or you got it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We got it.
You
Yeah,
know
we
what I mean?
got
Hold
it.
on now.
Look, dig this
I
though. It
wouldn't
was
do that
in
to
that
you.
second track. In
Right.
that second track, you said something that really resonated with me, and I think that you was one of the main people that when we talk about that Camden sound, you one of the first people that come to mind when people say Camden sound. So you said that a lot of people used to try to sound say that Camden people try to sound like Philly people. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And you was like Camden don't really have a sound. Well, at least that's what you was alluding to in that track, right? Camden didn't have a sound until you know what I'm saying. You made your sound popular, or you made this Camden sound popular. I would like to say
Um,
because I think me growing up, it was you, it was people like Porter Rich. You know what I'm saying? It was Big Lou was popping in the city. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But for me, not only because you was family, but you know, out of the three people I just named, you was the only black dude for real. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
like to watch you be as dope as a lyricist as you was on Power 99. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Dread and Uncle O had you featured on the show. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? You opened up for Nas, Outkast, Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Exhibit. You know what I'm saying? Some
Foxy
heavy hitters.
Brown,
You know what I'm saying? Foxy Brown, right? Yeah.
EPMD,
MC Shan,
Wu-Tang
if I'm not
Clan,
mistaken. You know what
Shan.
I'm
I was
saying?
down. I was on the same squad as Shan.
He was on yeah, right. So you made impact on top of impact when it comes to our city. But that Camden sound, I would like to contribute to you. You know what I'm saying? Me personally.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I used to always go somewhere, and especially when I dropped that legendary album, right?
We gonna get
So
into that one.
when I used to go over Philly and get interviewed or go over and kick it with people, and they say where you from or whatever, and I'm always like Camden, Camden. They used to always people used to try to get you to promote yourself as a Philly artist because it would boost you, it would
Right.
boost you.
Don't nobody
Um,
know where
and
Camden
in
is.
reference to
Right.
that, to that line, a lot of people did take that route, right? To that verse.
Right.
A lot of people took that route. Might not have been Porter Rich, might not have been Big Lou at the time. Shout out to Porter Rich and shout out to Big Lou, regardless of what people think of me and him. We always been close. He got his ways, I got mine. But
No doubt.
it's no love lost. But what they used to say was, you don't sound like Camden, like you from Camden. And I should be like, well, I'm not supposed to sound like I'm from Camden. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I don't want you to think that I'm a Camden artist. I'm just an artist from Camden.
No doubt. I feel what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah, I
I
You
feel
got
what
you.
follow what I'm
you're saying.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell
So,
yeah.
so when people used to ask me about my style, I just say, it's a mixture because I can't define it. I just say like gumbo. You could throw in Rakim, you could throw in KRS One, you could throw in Big Daddy Kane, you could throw in
Right.
Run DMC, you could throw in Busta Rhymes, you could throw in DMX, you could throw in because I'm the element of hip hop.
Hell yeah.
That's what I started out with. I didn't take on starting to rap because saw it was trendy, even though hip hop is trendy, but not
Right.
in the way that it is now. Only they don't have the heart for hip hop. They only have the money, the want for hip hop because of
Right.
what it could do for
The
them.
monetary gain that
They,
it
they
brings. Right.
correct. So when I took on hip hop and decided that I was going to take on hip hop, I was going to take it wholeheartedly and make sure that if you do come, you're not going to say I sound like anybody else because I'm from a city who don't sound like everybody else.
Hell yeah.
So
Right.
if Crown Rulers don't sound like anybody else.
Right.
Get what I'm saying?
Right.
So and shout out to them. I love them to death, man.
Hell yeah.
Um, and so with that being said, when they ask for a sound is like we have one now. If
Right.
y'all been paying attention, and the sound that I call it right now is talk heavy, because every last one that you hear is talking heavy.
Right.
They
Right.
just going, they talking heavy. But back in the day, you had different people like the Nut House. You had I'm talking about people that actually came up with
Right.
Doomsday Projects. You had a guy named Cooley Live that had a record deal with Jive Records at the time, and he was from Six and Ferry. People
Okay.
don't really know about that stuff, but it wasn't a sound. It was just them being them.
Right.
And when you and Atlanta, and when all this sound things start coming about, was because Philly International. I'm gonna go there first. Philly International had a sound because it all came from out of one pot. See, a sound comes from a pop. The Motown sound,
Right, right,
the Philly International sound.
right.
You get what I'm saying? So everything else about hip hop, or was supposed to start with hip hop, was about originality, or you was biting. Because if you go back
That's a
then, you
fact. That's a
understand
fact.
that
You're not.
you couldn't bite off another
Word.
because you would became that.
Right.
That's where the competition and all the bridge is over, and the bridge and all
Right.
that was because you can't bite styles, and you had to. You get what I'm saying? So when I saw and I was listening, I'm not gonna throw names out there because I got a lot of love and respect from these same people. But again, I'm still able to be opinionated, correct?
Hell yeah.
So when I was like, I feel like for me being the type of motherfucker that came out of Camden from the grind, like you said, you come out the house 10 toes down.
Right.
And as a youngin', 12, 13 years old, 14, I had to come out that way when I hit the street. So if you want to talk about trap rapping, I don't know what y'all talking about. Is y'all just trap rapping? Or was y'all trap rappers? Because I was a trap rapper. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I was hustling. And then I was going to the studio. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Right.
And then now that's to me that's a trap rapper. It's like I would I would I would trap dingo rap. After that, dingo's back. Bad crack up in the booth, bust raps, dingo back. Now that's the trap
Right.
rapper. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it that but when they do, I don't knock it, and when I'm going at it is when you ask me the question, cousin, like me and you was talking earlier, and I was like, my out ain't really my out because I'm not nice.
Right.
Follow me?
Right.
Because I'm humble, but I'm gonna be cocky right now. I
Nah, talk
know
your shit.
at my
Talk your
age
shit.
I can't be fucked with. You feel what I'm saying?
No
Like
doubt.
so my out right now is only because I want to give a chance. And not in the sense of being cocky that a chance that they can't fuck with me, but a chance to be less opinionated on what I feel about what they're creating. Because as long as I'm an artist, I feel and I back every Camden artist, regardless of whether I like it or not. It's because they from Camden.
No doubt.
But I don't want to be biased as an artist. So I want to leave
I
myself
understand
out
it. Right.
and then come in as regular Mike Nelson,
No doubt.
Shakil, the one who always gets hit for advice, the one who gets hit because of respect and say, yo, I need you on this track though, OG, you know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
things of that nature. Instead of me sitting back and when I'm writing with a manner of attack mode. When
Right.
I'm writing and it's attacking anyone who I feel as though isn't representing Camden in the light or the way I expect them to.
I understand.
You follow what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Because this shit we've been overlooked too long. And if literally, honestly, from even back then to now, I feel like we'll demolish cities across this country because we
Facts.
got the talent to do that, and we got the grit, grind, we got it all. We got
Facts.
it all to do that. But
Facts.
we
I'm
just
I'm a big proprietor of saying the same shit. Like I say the same exact shit. I feel like if we did like a battle rap circuit and when it comes to just niggas that could spit, I don't think it's too many people that could really fuck with our people from the city for real.
nah, you can't look at T Porter right now. Shout out to T Porter. He out there, he
No doubt.
battle rapping.
No
You
doubt.
feel me? And he moving up. But again, it's nothing we can't. When a person hear me, when I really get on, like my metaphors and my what they call in comedy, um,
Oh, your punchlines and shit.
punchlines.
Yeah.
Hey cousin, follow me, man. I'm getting old, right?
I
So
got
just,
you. I
just
got you. I got
I
you.
appreciate you. My punchlines, metaphors, and all that other shit. And they be like, "Yo, you sound like a battle rapper though, too, OG." Like and I be like, "Y'all can't do what I do."
No doubt. Nah, you
When,
be hitting motherfuckers.
yeah, I don't feel like. Again, I'm gonna be cocky right now because I felt like I just didn't have the machine, and because I didn't take any deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at it this way: I'm not gonna be sitting in the same place I am right now for turning down deals that I would if I had took a deal.
I understand what you're
Meanwhile,
saying.
somebody
Facts.
benefited off of me more than
Right.
myself. You
Right. And you
follow me?
probably in the
So
shit
that's
more
why.
ton of debt at that time.
So
You know what I'm saying?
Say that again, cousin.
So you'll probably be in the shit more ton of debt too if you took that
There
deal.
you
You
go.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen. I always talk about Petey Crack, and then Petey Crack's my man. There's no disrespect to him, but Petey Crack got songs. He came out with Neo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he did the State Property and
Yeah.
songs he got with. But he was signed to Rockefeller too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have never seen it out. He did so many mixtapes. We have never seen the album come from Petey Crack. You follow me?
Right.
And that's because of the back end, the behind the scenes type shit that people don't really take into consideration to say, damn, yo, why PD ain't make an album? Why PD ain't this, that, and the third? Or,
Right.
because political shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No
So
doubt.
when I decided to really jump out of the political shit by learning from what I learned when I was signed to Levert in Hollywood, I was reading books all the time on percentages, um, what a writer gets,
Right.
things that especially your mastering and what you read, you know, everything that you're supposed to receive as an artist that you
Right.
would
Hell
not,
yeah.
and where you
Yeah.
would get,
All the stuff they
get
don't
fucked
teach you.
over.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. All the,
Yep.
correct,
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
correct. And it's a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, y'all the first podcast that I'm on prior to my I would say, I don't say retirement. I would say just my finale.
No doubt.
You see
Okay.
what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Right.
Um and in reference to that, I have like, I don't think no one could walk in my shoes. Even some of these people that did make it. You
Right.
follow me?
Right.
I had the number one song in Africa, video.
Hell yeah.
And
Oh
and
shit.
and and regardless of anything, I never paid for studio time. Up until those last three songs you just got.
That's crazy.
In my entire career of thousands and thousands of songs that I created, I've never paid. So that's a testament to my talent, and
Hell
I'm
yeah.
proud of that. You follow me?
Hell yeah.
So
That's like what
Hold
that's
up.
like fucking Eddie
So you
Murphy
tell me,
saying that he never did a fucking audition. You know what I'm saying?
no, I've never ever had to pay for studio time in my entire career up until those last final three songs you just got today.
I made it all the way to Hollywood, and
And made
I
it all the
paid.
way to Hollywood.
I ain't
Yeah,
paid for it.
yup,
Oh, that is crazy.
yup.
That's
All the way to Hollywood
but that just
for
shows
pure
that people
talent.
believed in your talent and you had the
And
talent to
it
believe
Right.
in.
that's correct. And it just kept going. So I called, hey, Jay got a joint called The Gift and the Curse, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I start realizing what that really means because of me. So again, my past life wasn't, it was again, when I say I'm just
You're
not
not
locked up
glorifying
for
it.
the
Yeah.
shit that I've done.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So, but I'm not a bad person. I've always had a good heart. I've never done something wrong to somebody just cause.
Right.
It's only the retaliation part of anything, right? So, but I used to always say, Allah, God, gave me this talent, and every time there will be an opportunity, or when I say I'm done, here comes another opportunity, and it
Right.
don't
Right.
matter what age I am. It's like now. There's another opportunity for me to, but it's like, nah, you ain't doing that to me again. So it's like, if you ever seen Hellraiser, Hellbound, remember it was one scene where where you in hell is what you want and you can't get it.
Right.
So I was like, damn, I feel like I'm in hell. That's my gift is what I have, and my curse is I can't receive it the way I want it. You follow what I'm
Right. I
saying?
understand what you're
And
saying.
every time I think I'm done, here come God again. Like, no, you're not done yet.
Right. Right. I
You
got
get
some
what
more
I'm
work for you
saying?
to do. Right.
It's more and then I get like people like yourselves and so many people asking me this one question all the time. Yo, when the next shit? And I'm like, y'all still want this shit? You feel me? Like,
Right.
yes. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's a hell of a feeling, man. It's a great feeling, but
Hold,
But
let's
what?
go back real quick. Oh, my bad, cuz I ain't mean
Nah,
to
go
cut.
ahead. Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask because we don't went like so far with the music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did you fall in love with music? How did that even start? So we're gonna rewind real fast. Like, how did you get there?
so I was to be honest with you, I was I was little as hell, right? I was real little. I think I was staying the night at my Aunt Amber's house or something like that, right? Or it was my mom, one of my mom's houses, and I was real little, Jay. And my mom back then they used to play like Earth, Wind and Fire
No doubt.
and these type of songs. Even his mother, they used to play these old songs, and I remember me having bad moments and then still remembering those songs without them playing
Oh,
that would uplift me.
Right, no doubt. Feel
oh,
you.
okay.
You get what I'm, so that's the music part. Like whenever I would be into a moment, a bad moment, or feel down about something or anything, I would hear songs that would lift me from back in those times. Teddy Pendergrass,
Mm-hmm.
um, again, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Mm-hmm.
These are Cool in the Gang. These type of songs. And then when Michael Jackson hit, this is real shit. I'm gonna fuck how street I am. I'm gonna keep it a buck. When Michael Jackson hit, and I'm watching Mike. It wasn't the songs that because we all listen to the songs. Even
Right.
y'all listen to them to this
Oh
day.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
When I saw Mike, Jay, when I saw Mike perform and I saw him talk, follow me. He's talking regular in his quiet voice and timid voice when he's in this type of setting. Like,
Right.
Mike, so how do you right? And then he got on stage and became a monster.
Facts.
He was a monster on stage, and I took that in. You ain't as a young, you ain't supposed to know that. That ain't what you're supposed to be looking
Right.
at.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be going crazy like everybody else. Like, oh look, they all fucking fainting and all this other shit. But I'm watching him become a monster on stage.
Right.
So when I started when I started the performance part of me, I would be like, I don't care who in my face. I don't care where I'm at. It could be one or two people. Even when it battles, I'm gonna be a monster.
Right.
I'm gonna be. And when I get on stage, the energy just gonna be so crazy. With you could just feel it. And then it was then coming up, and then it was on movies like let me go to Power 99. Oh, it was like Power 99. It was Lady B. She
Lady
started
B, shout out to
playing.
Lady B.
Maybe. Yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
to
Facts.
Lady B.
For
So
sure.
she was playing hip hop, the hip hop songs, and I was like fucked up because now again, um, hip hop, Hibbit, Sugar Hill Gang.
Right, yeah,
It's
Sugar Hill.
like one of the first hip hop songs. So
Right.
you learn that, you hear that 1,000 times, like Curtis Blow hit. Now I'm that old, you feel me? So Curtis Blow hit. So you get these different again, and listen to the different styles.
Right.
So it ain't a New York sound. It's two different sounds, two different styles that I'm listening to, but it's rapping. And I always been a dude watching, looking, reading Cat in the Hat books. You know the
Right.
y'all know you
Yeah,
know what I'm
the rhyme
saying.
schemes and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody say,
Yeah,
yeah, I
Right,
see where he
right.
was going with it. Yeah, I said, okay,
Yeah.
got
you
you.
follow what I'm saying. So
Oh
I
Right.
was
yeah.
like, oh shit, this is crazy. So then when I really started to think that, because I didn't think I could sing, I just like music. But when I seen that I could put words together, it was like, what way am I going to be able to do it? You follow me? So
Right.
I would just make it a major thing to learn these songs back then. Like every song that came out back then, I don't care what it was, I knew them all.
Right.
I would
Right.
learn them and know them all, and then I say, okay, I watched Wild Style come out when I was younger.
Word.
So that's you looking at a whole different light now. Because I'm from Camden, all we doing is going to Broadway Eddie's. Back then, we still
Right.
didn't have
Right.
a defined way of looking. People used to say Philly and all this stuff, but not really. Um, but when you start seeing Wild Style, and then when you start seeing Beat Street, and
Right.
Crush
Okay.
Groove,
Crush Groove. Right.
it
Yeah.
was like, oh shit, now we got to get the Adidas with no sneakers on, no
Right.
shoes.
Right.
And now I got to start. So what I did was watching them, I learned that the freestyle, that's the freestyle part of it, because I've seen, or I've heard the creative part of it from Lady B and
Right.
hearing Sugar Hill Gang and all them. But then to be able to see it and see the B Street, there's two little thudders doing you get what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
he's off the top with that, right? So you would think right now, you know, he wrote that shit, but
Right.
at the
Right.
time, you're like, dang, he just came up with that. So I would go in the bathroom, and I would be in the bathroom, and I would take on. We had a double cassette joint, and I would play a double cassette, and I would erase the other version of whatever tape that I would put tape over
Right. Yeah.
and
Uh huh.
erase it, and then rewind it all the way back, and then play it,
And
and then rap over
record over.
whoever
Right.
was
Yeah.
rapping,
Uh huh.
so I could develop a flow.
No doubt.
And then I started thinking like, oh shit, all right, now I don't need no beat because everything I'm doing off the top. And if you remember, I actually started rapping before I started trapping. When I was
Right. No
playing
doubt.
people, I was 12 around that time when I started and rapping. But my name wasn't Shakil. My name was given to me by Aunt Amber, and I was called Mike Music because all
Okay.
I did was rap. But I wasn't rapping my own raps yet. You
I get
feel
what
me,
you're
Jay?
saying. Right. Right.
I was
Right.
rapping, and then Schoolie D hit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Then Schoolie D hit, and I'm like, oh shit. Now I'm starting to gravitate to the street, and hey, this nigga come. It was Saturday night, and I'm feeling kind of, you get what I'm looking
Right.
at my
Right.
Gucci.
It's
It
about
was
that.
like all hard shit. You know, he was talking about pulling straps out and all this other shit. So I'm like, damn. But at the time, I was freestyling, never knowing how to write and shit. So that's how I got bit by the music bug, and then the hip hop part of it
Word.
came about. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
this question is not on the list, but you just made me think of something that I wanted to ask you this. Because as a person that did try to dabble into the rapping thing, I want to ask you, when did like you becoming a lyricist really matter? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like for a while
Um,
you just rapping to be rapping, but when did you feel like, yo, like I'm really nice and what I like how I put my words together really matter?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It was so when I was starting, when I was rhyming and I was going around battling everybody. It was in a manner. It was a manner of just just being able to say something that was creative and collected. Some people to say, oh shit, oh,
Right, right.
but but the reaction of it. So it wasn't until, just being honest, when I said, "Oh, I'm fucking up." When Nas hit, I was like, hold on. You mean to tell me? Don't get me wrong. Rakim's style was
Right.
crazy, but it was slow.
Right. Yeah, yeah, slow flow.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It was slow.
Uh-huh.
And then Big Daddy Kane's was fast.
Right.
And then Chris was preaching, teaching knowledge.
Right.
And then Shan was just coming. So I got those in me. I got these people in me. But I didn't look at them as lyricists because I'm just coming up.
Right.
When I heard Nas, I was headed down North Jersey to the studio because I was in a two-man group with some dude down there that was from Plainfield, New Jersey. And I was headed down there on going down to Wichita, and I was like, yeah, um, this ain't gonna work. You got to switch it up. This rhythmatic explosion is what your frame of mind is chosen. I leave your brain stimulated. Niggas is frozen. Speak with criminal slang. You can't. How
Yeah.
can I rap now with somebody rapping like that?
Right.
And I was like,
Right.
because again, I want to be competitive.
Right.
I'm,
Right.
I'm 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 being a competitor, and at the same time, I'm trying to get where he at.
Right.
So if this is where they looking now, then I gotta be in that same. But I ain't no way in hell. I'm real confident in myself, but I will give due where it's due. I will never say I'm nowhere near better than some Nasir Jones, but I think I can be.
No doubt. I get
Because
what you're saying.
when I put my
Hell
mind and
yeah.
my pen to something, I'm gonna come for you. You feel
Right.
me?
Right.
Yeah.
But that's because of those type of people, him and those type of people who made me like want to be that way. You feel
Right.
me? So that's where the lyricist part really came from. When I don't even think it was live at the barbecue because I heard it,
Right. Yeah.
but when I heard half man, half amazing, I was
Oh
like,
man.
we you got to. And then I went down there, and dude was looking at me, and this is a true story. His name was Al Shimiyama. I haven't heard from him in years, but I remember him because that's the first group I ever really was in. And I'm going down there, and we going to the studio, and what I'm spitting, he couldn't match it.
Ooh.
He couldn't match it at all.
Right.
And remember, I wasn't writing shit down back then.
Right.
I was coming off the top and being punched in like they do now when they say, no
All
writing
right.
and
Ain't
all this
nobody
stuff.
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got this whole Nas mentality. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I got a joint called Five Greedy Men when I'm like, we at the day's end surrounded by a bunch of made men, heavily guarded by some brave men the size of cavemen.
Yeah.
Blazing the Aurier of Monterey,
Mhm.
enjoying the taste. Face to face with cats who sip the cognac by the case. You get what I'm saying? Like,
That sound
I'm
Nas
trying.
inspired. It
Yeah.
should
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah. I was gonna let him keep going.
fact.
Cause look, I say, it's a line in there where I know, and then I did a song using Nas's what you call beat, and he hit me, and that was big for me to say, yo, you did your thing on that, you know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
And I was like, yo, that's what's up, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Cause I want to get on. If I get on your shit and it's popular, oh, best believe I'm gonna get on there and I'm gonna tear that bitch up. You
No
feel
doubt.
me?
No doubt.
So, but I'm gonna help you out though, Jay, because I know y'all gonna edit some of it. So, uh, um, heavily guarded by some brave men the size of cavemen, blazing the Aurier in Monterey, enjoying the taste. Face to face with cats who sip the cognac by the case. We search the place for bugs to compensate without being traced, so that the Jakes don't get a chance to confiscate what we make. Ain't no mistakes in what we dealing in. Mistakes are killing, man. And if mistakes are happening, mistakes are in right there and then. Waste the gentleman and find a closet you can fit them in, so we can go on with this meeting and discuss our dividends. Money laundering. We pondering on how to legalize and subsidize our daily income into increasable size. Peep the
Mm.
thesis I would love to split a piece of the pie, and an extra piece of cake won't hurt a nigga to try, especially when the recipe is one ingredient, yeast to help the cake rise, and split with five greedy men. Five's the manager. He's looking to shop the best product. Four's the A&R. He's looking to find the best product. Three's the CEO. He's looking to sign the best product. Point one and two is the talent. That's the product. Yeah, you got it. It's all logic.
Mm.
Like the mind of Elijah Muhammad, building a sizable profit is the topic. The location. You hear it or not? You hear it. You hear it. You hear it. You feel me?
100% Nas inspired. 100% Nas inspired. Honestly, you like if you told me that was a Nas verse, I would have believed you. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have believed you. You say, "Hey, yo, I got this Nas verse that you need to hear." And you
Yeah.
spit that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
To be honest with you, that's how I got to deal with Levert. For real, that song,
no
that verse.
doubt, no,
Oh shit.
no
Yep.
doubt. Yo, and it's so
It's
funny
called
because
Yeah.
Five Greedy Men.
so,
And
yo, make sure
that's
y'all
when I was
y'all look that
Duke
song up.
on.
We're
But
gonna make
yeah,
sure we
I
have a
had to get
version
that
at
to
least
Jay.
of
He
that
wanted.
shit.
I see he wanted it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. We got
Word.
some
And,
exclusive
and look how
information.
timeless. Look how timeless it is. I pride
I'm telling
myself
you.
on that too.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
I don't have a point in time in my lyrics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Because if you look at 2025 as compared to 2020 and 2015 and 2010 and 2005 to 1990, it's still the same shit.
No doubt.
We're still doing each other dirty. The company, the government still fucking us, whether who
Facts.
president it is or not. And
Facts.
jokers is just trying to live and get by. It's the
No bull.
same exact shit.
No bullshit.
You know
No
what I'm saying?
bullshit.
So I never put a timeline on what I write.
Hell yeah. And that's how
So
that shit become timeless. That's how you can have classic work that don't sound like it ever aged. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You
that's
can just throw
correct.
that shit on and let it play.
Me honestly, I think it's gonna come back full circle. I always telling my brothers gonna be like, if you stop what you're going, I said, guess what? Shout out to Soul Child right now. She got an album out right now,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
she used a sample of my voice
Yeah, I saw.
on
Yeah,
her
that was dope
record.
as hell too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
You know
seen
what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that's paying homage, and
hell yeah.
again, that's the essence. That's what I that's where I started from, the essence. She not street.
Right,
right.
She's spitting heat. She's an artist. She's a
right,
lyricist.
right,
So when I started out, I didn't start out street. I started out from the essence of it. So
no
when
doubt.
I'm so refreshed when I see her or hear her, because I'm like, that's what it's supposed to be.
That's
You
what it
see what I'm
Word.
sound like.
saying?
Mhm.
Hip hop is in all kind of categories and all kind of ways
Yeah,
today, but that's what it's supposed to be right there. You know what
right.
I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah,
So shout
Now, I
out
mean,
to her.
yeah,
hell
for sure.
yeah.
Definitely shout out for sure.
Shock. I
So
want to ask
that
you
one.
this question, bro. What was, if there was any artist from Camden that inspired you?
Well, it was. Um, first of all, it was the Crown Rulers,
I knew.
Right.
and
Yep, I knew it. Yeah,
shout out to. I never did an interview or been anywhere where I haven't shouted out the Crown
No
Rulers.
doubt.
Never.
mm.
No doubt.
And I've never not shouted out Nicky Rapper Scratch, Nate. They had a song called Go Rambo. So on that second song that I sent you, my story,
Right.
one of the verses say, "Niggas say they got the city on their back, all cat. Crown Rulers put the city on the map. Y'all
Yeah.
listen.
Right. Yeah.
After Nate, I'm the next one up. Because after Nate was going Rambo, I'm the best one up. You get what I'm
Facts.
saying?
No
So
doubt.
I always pay homage to them
Hell
because
yeah.
that's how you're supposed to do it. Camden ain't being seen or shown anything but negativity, and
Facts.
you got people that came up and did something for us. Lola Falana, they won't give her
Right.
credit. Like
Right.
people don't. You got Jersey Joe Walcott. By the way, is Apollo. Shout out Apollo
Yeah.
Ali and Chris
Shout out to
Green. That's
Apollo
their
Ali. Facts.
grandfather, right?
Yeah, that's his
You know
grandpa.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, people don't realize that the first studio to record in was in Camden. It was RCA down at the waterfront. Uh,
Word.
what they call it, the
Downtown shit.
Victor.
Yeah.
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 The Victor.
Yeah.
Yep,
That was
yep,
that was the RCA building. That's where the first recordings used to be held at. You
yeah,
know what
Word.
I'm saying? So Camden, we always been catalysts of what's going on out there.
Right.
yeah,
We
yeah,
just don't look at Tasha Smith. Shout out to her.
Shout out
yeah.
to for real.
Shout out to
We
Tasha.
got we got DJ doing his thing. Wag and
Word.
them did their thing.
Of course.
We
Yeah.
got Mid Tootin running the ball, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got Ray Savage.
Yeah,
You
Ray
know,
said
this
the boxer.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
we
yeah.
got plenty of
Hell yeah.
talented people,
Oh yeah,
and it's always been that way.
yeah.
Facts.
White Braxton is from Mike Rozier is from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah,
Facts.
Stop playing with us.
yeah, man. Yeah,
But
for
No
sure.
doubt. No bullshit.
Yeah,
yeah,
nah, that's real.
but yeah, that now I get to become the question when you ask somebody else, and that's and I hope I am. When somebody say, "Well, who
He
inspired
was
you?"
there. Right. No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So
Hell
that's
yeah.
that's my
I have no
inspiration
doubt
for
that you
Camp.
will be someone's answer and shit, especially
Oh
from our
Yeah,
yeah, for
city and shit.
sure.
honestly, I have been. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? But I like to be them all.
Right. No doubt. No doubt.
Hey, Shot, man, what can you tell me about the Roughnecks or the Ghetto Anger?
Yo, where the fuck you get that from?
Come on, man. You know I do my research out here, baby. Come on now. Come on now.
What can you tell us about that, man?
Hold on. All right, so all right, so the Roughnecks. I like this interview, man. The Roughnecks came about after the Al Shimiyama shit.
Okay.
Um,
And that was you said that was like the first group you was a part of, the Al Shimiyama shit, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I was roughly like possibly 18, 19. It hadn't even hit the 90s yet. You feel
Right,
me?
no
Like
doubt.
so when like 90 came, that's when I had got with the Roughnecks. Roughnecks was a group of individuals. Um I can't remember one name, but I remember one was white.
Right.
His name was Haas. Then Benny, shout out to Benny. Me and Benny still connect on Facebook every now and then. Benny was
No doubt.
Spanish. And then there was a Jamaican. Um, Eric, shout out to Eric. Me and him still fly. It's my bro right there. Um, he had the Jamaican part, and then it was another dude in the group. So we was called the Roughnecks. We was managed by a dude named Mel, Spanish dude named Mel, decided to put his money behind us. Meanwhile, he was managing another group that was out of Lawnside at that time, Rip Lip and all them. Manny C. You might know Manny because y'all used to live in used to be in Pollock with when Aunt Clara lived.
Oh, okay.
So and I used to be, because I was big, I used to be
My
the
damn cat.
security guard for them,
Oh, okay.
right? I was the security for them, and then when Mel heard me rap, he was like, "Yo," he was
Right.
like,
You got the wrong job in the crew, cuz. Wait a
Right,
"Yeah,
minute.
yeah,
right.
you can't be nobody's security." But I'm just making my way in because I see,
Right.
they was doing things. So we made a song called Mad Skills. I remember that. That's crazy. I remember that rhyme. I don't remember a lot of my rhymes, but I remember that rhyme, Jay. So
Okay.
if you go before Nas and you go here, I think at the time it was like the leaders of the new school era,
Right, okay.
right
Yeah.
before the Nas that really.
Right, yeah.
So then I remember, yo, it's the Roughneck stepping. I'm gonna take you for a ride. I passed by punks like I was from the far side. So the far side was out then, you know what I'm saying, like that.
Right.
So and then the dude would come, we got the math skills, and he would say something in Jamaican. It was pretty good around the hood because we
No
was
doubt.
able to make them on cassettes, and
Word.
then we would sell them. So
Right.
when I seen, I was like, that's funny because from that point there, with the Roughnecks, I'm gonna just take you to the next stage. Atlantic City, Caesars. I don't know, was it Caesars or it was one? It was one spot in Atlantic City, one of the gambling spots that had a studio um that you could go in. You could pay them $30 and you record. You could
Oh
pick
shit.
whatever instrumental you wanted to pick, and you could create. So we went there, and I saw OPP instrumental,
Right.
and again at the time I'm hustling, and I'm from Sycamore Projects, SMP.
SMP,
So
yeah.
I end up going in there. You down with SMP? And freestyle the rest on the shit with the CDs home, and everybody in the city is riding around playing this shit.
Right,
So
right.
my boy Tim Tastic, shout out to Tim Basim, call himself Basim. He lives in Kansas City now. So Tim used to come around Sycamore. He was always a photographer. Just had a
Right, no
camera
doubt.
and just would capture us, or just chilling, going around taking pictures. So he ended up becoming my photographer and following me around doing the shit. So his brother named Rodney, shout out to Rodney, rest his soul, Rodney Bell.
No doubt.
He wanted me to meet Rodney because Rodney heard the tape. So Rodney wanted me to come see him, and Rodney was working down in North Jersey, down in Linden.
Okay.
And Linden, next to Linden is Elizabeth.
Right, yeah.
So I go down there, we ride down there because he worked at the refineries. Um, so we went there, and he was like, "Yo, I like you." I met him. I like you, man. You real dope. He's like, "How you feel about being in the group?" And I was like, "Well, I just left a group, but I'm open to seeing what's good with them." So this was not really. This was sold me. He's like, "Well, this group has a deal already,"
Right.
and I was like, "They got a record deal already?" He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "How would you like to meet him?" So we go back down, and he calls me back up to meet him, like probably the next day. There's three gentlemen. One name is Scrap, one name is Tay, and one name is L. All from Elizabeth. We brothers to this day. That was 1994.
Damn.
That was 1994. So they rapped, I rapped, and we connected, and they wanted me a part of the group, so they added me to the group, and then we went right to Brooklyn and started recording songs
No doubt.
as Ghetto Anger. But at that time, I'm real heavy into the drugs. Like I'm super heavy. Even though I'm able to go back and forth to North Jersey, I'm super heavy in it. So I'm able, and at the time, I discovered how Elizabeth and Linden, because the dude Al, he lived in Plainfield, so that was like the suburbs. He had a mom and dad. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They
right,
bought him a house.
right.
Like he had a
Word.
mom and father together. So I'm like, the fuck is this?
This
You know
motherfucker
what
got
I'm saying?
two
Like,
parent household and shit. Right,
yeah, you know
yeah.
what
Got
I'm
a
saying? Like,
got a wooden fence and all that.
Thanks,
yeah.
thanks.
When I went to Elizabeth and seen them and how they was living, I was like, this shit look like Camden. So it was just easy to connect with
Right,
them because it
right.
seemed like we was coming from the same struggle.
No doubt.
You feel me? And then what we were saying, like we had a joint um um called it was a dude named L that was super sick. Like he was super sick. Shout out to Ghetto Anger, man. I love y'all if
No
y'all ever
doubt.
listen to this. But we had numerous songs, and then um I I eventually got set up. I really didn't get caught. I got set up by a family friend who was a cop.
Oh wow.
Um, yup. So long story short, I go meet the Chinese dude. It was a small label, but he had money. He was, Chinese guy up in New York, and I can't even remember the label. Oh no, it was in Hoboken. The
Oh,
label
okay.
was out of Hoboken. So I met him. His name was Tony, and we was moving. Then I get knocked, and then I got to go through the process of court and all that. So I can't really do. I'm recording the songs, but I can't really do all the extra things that I that
Right.
I need for the group. So at the time, and then at that time, that was when Lords of the Underground came out. So that's the feel that it was
Right.
back then
Okay.
too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You had Souls of Mischief.
Yeah.
People like that came out. So we was rhyming in those type of formats, hype, because Elizabeth and East Orange and Newark is like right next to each other, like how Pennsauken and all that's next to
Right.
Camden.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I'm venturing off into these because we doing shows. I'm doing shows with them. I did do shows with them. Um, I'm gonna tell y'all some shit on here, yo. We got time?
We got time. We got as much time as you got.
I'm gonna tell y'all some shit on here. We do a show at this place, um, in the shits in Newark, right? So I'm sitting down, ready to do our set, and I'm watching, looking around. They looking around. They sit. I actually sat at a table like I'm sitting right now, and then somebody sat at the table in front of me, and I'm like, the dude spoke. It was a dude. It was like, yo, what's good with you? I'm like, what's up, man? You know what I mean? But I'm looking around. I'm like, it's girls sitting on girls' laps, and then there's dudes looking like girls.
Oh.
Right, that's what I'm doing the same thing too. Like, all
You
right,
get what I'm saying? So I'm like, but so one of my boys came. I remember Tay came and tapped me like, yo, this is because the host came out looking like Patti LaBelle, and I was like, the fuck? He was like, this is transsexual, trans,
He was at one of the RuPaul shows.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But guess what? It was it was
That's funny.
the show must go on.
No doubt. You an entertainer. You gotta
Yeah,
do your job. Right.
You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, man,
you
fuck it.
there to
Everybody's
perform and only to perform.
Right.
That's what I'm
everybody's the
here for.
audience.
Yeah.
But
Thanks.
but I had my hand on it, and dude grabbed my hand, and that's way that's why I said I got a good heart. But I slapped the shit out of him
Nah,
when he
right.
grabbed my hand, and that ended, you know. And then we got to talk, and then they let the lady, the host, whoever they owned it, they let us actually perform at it. They just said, listen, they not here to keep, they're not here for that. They different,
Right.
you know. They came here to just perform for us, and I. That's when I knew I really could rock for anybody.
No doubt. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, because we got, you know, clap. So now I'm doing kind of different shows in Newark. I'm different shows in East Orange. Doing different shows in Elizabeth, in Linden, but um, I got this look because I had a box haircut at the time, like
Right.
but the snowball. So I used to wear headbands, and you know I'm walking around. And I'll never forget going to a Chinese store in Newark, and the motherfucking people in there was just singing this shit, y'all, like Chief Fucker, Chief Fucker. I was like, I'm not him. They used to think that I was Funky Child and shit back in the day, right? That shit, like this is just some of the fun shit that I used to deal
Word.
with. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that shit was crazy, but that's how I ended up with new with the Ghetto Anger, and then when I had to go do my bid, those gentlemen. That's why I got so much love for them. I wish they had never done it because again, I came into a deal,
Right.
but we got so tight and we were so connected musically that once I went to do my bid, they turned the deal down. They didn't take the
Oh
deal.
wow.
Yeah. So while I'm in
Out of
prison, I
respect
was
for
in.
you.
Yeah, they had that much love and respect. I
No
mean,
doubt.
again,
Most people would have
um,
just pushed the go button on that.
Facts. Facts.
yo, it's crazy because
Yeah.
I had a Honda with a kid on it. Like I had a real nice. I bought it from my boy Thais, rest his soul. And I'm down there, and they, you know, I was getting attention because of that car from females.
Right.
They used to jump in front of it and shit like that. So I got arrested for old ticket. Little sorry, fellas. My granddaughter just caught
Nah,
wind.
it's all love.
They
Good.
hide. They
What's up, little cousin?
Hey, what's going on?
they they hide. All right. Papa's working. I'll be right with you. Okay. So yeah, that's my partner right there, man.
No doubt. No
Best
doubt.
friend. But I had a warrant for whatever reason that I paid for, but it wasn't in the system that way. So Newark pulled me over, which was, you already know, it was hating because of the
Oh
way the
yeah, of
car
course.
looked,
The car. I'm about to say the car.
and they locked me up and expedited me back to Camden and left my car down there.
Oh shit.
And this why, yep. So this why I seen the loyalty really in them before I even went and did that bid. They brought my car back down to me,
Oh word.
and
Yeah.
and and then what ended up happening was I let them stay at the crib the whole week.
Word.
And I brought them around Sycamore. So if you look and see pictures that I sent y'all, it's ghetto anger. We on like dumpsters and the old houses. You know, that
Okay.
look
All
back
right.
then.
Bet. Yeah. No
You know what
doubt.
I'm saying? And Lele. So so they got treated like royalty because of who I am. You know who I was around Sycamore. Well,
Right.
I get love from the Sycamore. But and they was like, man, they just got so much love down there in Camden. You feel me? And then me giving them, make sure that it was straight like that because they showed that loyalty by bringing my car all the way from Elizabeth
Hell
to
yeah.
down here,
Hell
in
yeah.
Newark down here. So I ended up taking them back. And we got to chill before I went in, and then I discovered it in because Scrapping them used to write me, and I was like, no, take the deal because
Right. Right. I feel you.
when I get out, just have an avenue for me.
Jump
Right.
right in.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
Because it was a 4-man group, they wanted the people. I even said, yeah, go ahead. It was already written. Just go ahead and re-record them. And dude, you can even take the song because they like the verses that I had.
Right.
Just go ahead and let dude not just be the ghostwriter, and I eat off of that while I'm in prison or
No
whatever.
doubt.
But their loyalty was just too. You know, they wanted me or nothing,
No nothing.
right?
No doubt.
So
Shout
I
out to
was
them.
in prison at the time in Yardville, and I was washing jokers up because it was jokers that was rapping in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That they
Right.
was like, "Yo, he's the top dude. This top dude in here." And then I would giving them. It was a dude named Big Draws, and
Hey
like
yo.
again, I haven't been in prison since '95, so Big Draws. He was ill, and he was from like Newark or somewhere up there, and he was like, "You can't fuck with big draws," and we was in the yard, and
Big Draws
I
is a
got
wild
arrested
name,
for
boy.
inciting a riot.
Oh shit.
That's how much I tore his ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Hell
That's
yeah.
so I used to say, um, I'm done. Cause I once they did that, I was like, man, you got to think. I had a lot of opportunities. That's not bothering y'all, is it?
Nah, you good. You good.
Nah,
So I had a lot of opportunities, and this is only 1994, and I'm like, damn, this group is not taking the deal. That means I got to start from scratch again.
Right, yeah.
So I'm in my head, and in prison, and I'm like, man, I'm just gonna go home, do my side thing, get a job, take care of my daughter, and just live a regular life.
Right.
So it was two of my boys I had went in from the county. We even got shipped out together and ended up staying there. We chose it was Mike. Shout out to Mike and damn, I know his name leaving me, but um they was like, you out your mind? You know what I'm saying? It was like you can't get that shit up. You too nice for that. You
Right.
too nice
Right, no doubt.
for that shit. You still young. I was 24.
Right.
So it was like you still young and shit. So end up doing 9 months with that mentality. Um and then I came home and then again because I left and I had a lot of I had some shit. And I had some shit that I left that I buried.
Right.
If we go in there, the shit that I gave people that I got put on the streets for, I had to go doing my one too. So
Right.
in the midst of doing that, Bumbeat was a dude named Nate Tootin, whose his son is playing right now for the Jaguars. That's who
Okay.
this he's on 6th Street, which I'm originally from, and he got wind that I had already was coming home, and me and him used to always kick it before I went in and rap together.
Right.
And just rapping and building something,
Right.
building. And he used to be always saying like, "Damn, yo, I wish we ran into each other before you found that group." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I came home, they dismantled. They didn't. They had, they went about. Scrap was playing football, doing his thing. Um, so when we got together, shout out to Jet John Ferran. He was our producer and one of my best friends. He's my daughter's godfather. He's
No
like,
doubt.
yo, I need y'all to get together. Let's put this together. So here's something a lot of people don't know. When we decided to form the group, me and Bumbeat, we called ourselves Jagged Edge.
So look, I actually knew that. I was gonna bring that up to you. I remember you telling me this story when I was younger. Because I
Right.
remember we was talking about JD and Jagged Edge. And you was like, man, fuck Jagged Edge. They stole our name.
And that's a crazy story too. Like, cause we did a lot of music as Jagged Edge. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we was doing music because again, John and Tur, my cousin Tur, shout out to them too. They got an MP. They had a little beat machine,
Right.
and then we used to go in Tur's basement and create music, and then we just started. We put the shit in another spot, and then we just started making music there. Um, so while we creating these songs, we actually getting a buzz. So we going around the city performing as Jagged Edge too, getting that buzz.
Right.
But it wasn't until this dude named Corey Carmichael, shout out to Corey Carmichael, cut hair. He used to cut our hair. He got introduced to Levert when Levert. I don't know. A lot of people don't know Gerald Levert. Rest his soul. And
Shout
them
out to
Levert
Gerald
was a
Levert.
big group back then,
Right,
and they
yeah.
used to come perform over Philly, but they used to need a cut. So they got introduced by some I think it's Sean Battle. Shout out to Sean, who introduced them from an acquaintance to Corey.
Right.
And Corey cutting their hair, and me and Corey was like this. Corey like, yo, I need you to come to the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? So I go up there with Jet, we go up there and we see he's cutting their hair. So we end up getting it, exchanging their numbers and all. And then we rapped for them right there, and they took us right with them. They had a
Damn.
house on Oak City, like back in the
Okay.
and they put on we getting lit up. We were thinking Tangeray straight up. Yeah, we drinking Tangy straight up. Me and Bump. And it was I remember that day so fucking well. It was Gerald, Mark Gordon was holding me, and Gerald was holding Bump, and we was like battling each other, but we were freestyling, but we was getting tangied up,
Right,
and we
right.
were rapping off of their beats that were R&B.
No doubt.
They wasn't any hip hop beats; they was R&B beats. So at that point, it was like, yo, we want y'all. We got to take y'all. We got to
Hell
do what we
yeah.
got to do with y'all. So, make a long story short, Corey calls me one day, tells me, yo, Mark here. They got Mark is calling for y'all. Mark is in Hollywood, California at the time. He lived right across the street from Capitol Records building.
Right.
So
Okay.
he's like, yo, I'm gonna send y'all these contracts for a production deal, and we out. You know what I'm saying? So me and Bump, we got the contracts, we signed them, flew them back out. Next 2-3 days later, we was flown out to Hollywood, California. You know what I'm
Crazy.
saying? And I
Crazy.
think we did I think we recorded like 10 songs, and the first day we touched it was an earthquake.
Oh shit.
Because right around the corner was Hollywood Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? So we wasn't supposed to be there, but about a good 3 weeks to record.
Right.
We end up staying there 2.5 years. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? Yup. Yeah. So we made a name for ourselves there.
Hell yeah.
Um, I mean, listen, I'm out there playing basketball in Hollywood with Snoop and Michael Bivins, and
Shit.
because Mark Gordon, we looked alike, but he was older, so they thought Mark was my brother. But they Levert, so they got a
Right.
name, it's Hollywood. So and then we worked out at the Bally's gym. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I learned the business, because when he signed us, he brought us out there. He was giving us per diems. If people don't know that, like artists don't know that, they would give you per diem checks so that you could take care of yourself and
Right.
eat
You
and
can
stuff.
live, yeah.
Yeah. So and then they put you up. So it was a point where we was living in this big ass motel, but it was like a house,
Right.
pool outside, like it had everything in it. You feel me? So I'm looking at this shit like Bump. I'm like, Bump, this ain't right. Like I said, something ain't right about this, right? What I was saying was, somewhere or another, we gotta pay for this. You
Right.
follow me?
Right. See where
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere down the line, we gotta pay for this, all this shit. Like, because I was, again, I'm always studying. So and when I talked to Mark, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, we got to get ours back first. Like, I'm like, so
Hell
they got
yeah.
to recoup. So
Right.
we moved. I said, well, look, we was in a $2 million studio. They had the whole second floor, 3 different studios in this one joint. So we stayed in there. We got what you call it? What you call them days that flip out down? They
Oh, the futons.
Futons, yeah,
futons.
Yeah.
futons, yeah,
They
yeah,
had
Yeah.
yeah.
two. They had two futons, and we stayed in the studio. We just got a Bally's gym in Hollywood. What you call it? Just so we could take showers
Oh
and
yeah, the
work
little
out.
membership to go in there. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Membership,
Uh
yeah.
huh.
yeah. So you know
Uh
what I'm
huh.
saying? So we was on the grind, even
No
though we
doubt.
was signed.
Oh, yeah.
So and then again, that was how we learned. I learned the business of being in it, and how to deal with the behind the scenes aspect of it, and because it's not just the music. The creation of the music was probably more easier than the business part of it,
No doubt.
always.
No doubt.
So, but again, I'm like this with, I don't know if y'all remember LV. He sung in Gangsta's Paradise with Coolio.
Oh, okay.
Me and him, like, he's coming up there taking me to Inglewood, California and shit. and showing me the bullet holes in the palm trees and all this other
Oh
shit, like
shit.
where it looked like paradise. And I'm like, what the? He like, look close. I'm like, yo, this street nice as a motherfucker. This house. He like, look close, look closer, man. I was like, look closer. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Palm trees had more motherfucking bullet holes in them than, you know what
a
I'm saying?
little
Like,
bit.
I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
yo. But the Crips and the Bloods was thorough because at the time they was in a neutral zone at that time. Get what
Right.
I'm saying?
Like a
Because
truce, I guess.
they was at a truce. Yep.
Right.
Because I think the what you call Rodney King been happened, but it was the OJ trial that just passed.
Oh, okay,
You
gotcha,
know what
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
gotcha. Yeah,
So it was like just trying. They was trying to just maintain and stick together at some point about things.
gotcha.
So they wore neutral colors. If you they wore some wore gray if you was a Crip, and some was wearing burgundy shirts or something like that. If you was blood, like they
Right.
was neutral. But the Bloods was coming up. They was still wearing red, and Chris was still wearing blue. And they would come up to the studio because that's why I learned that all this shit is business. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's a lifestyle that
Right.
we don't know looking in from outside looking in that you think all it is colors, the movie Colors.
Right.
But it's not. It's a lifestyle. Same way you live each other. It's just they abide by a certain rule.
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
No.
and as you can see with Dub C and Mac 10, that it was all business with when Ice Cube put them together. You feel
Right.
me?
No doubt. Yeah.
So when I'm there, we getting love from the Crips, we getting love from the Bloods because they seen that we thorough. Like me and you was talking,
Right. Yeah.
cousin earlier about being thorough, being real, and genuine.
Right.
And we wasn't trying to be nobody else. You feel me? And then they was like, Camden, we heard about y'all, man. You know what I mean? What's going on with y'all? And this is 1996, right? So I always think about this. I said this to a Crip, and I end up saying this to some Bloods. It was like, what's going on with Camden, man? Why y'all doing each other? Why y'all doing each other dirty like that? Like y'all got gangs? And I said, no disrespect. It's not about gangs down there. It's just struggle, like
Yeah. Facts.
drugs and all that other shit. And I said, keeping it a buck, and that gang shit, it won't make it down there. And I'll say less than 10 years later, it was down there.
Right.
It was Crips and
Right.
Bloods.
Heavy
You know
too.
what I mean? I was
Heavy.
like, man, you was wrong about that shit. That shit spread like wildfire. But
Boy, yeah.
Hey.
you know what I'm saying? But again, they was more professional. They was more thorough about the aspect of living and being as opposed to what we thought. Don't get me wrong, they gangster. And
Right.
we went down to Crenshaw and all that shit. So you can't wear. We got chased. I got a Dallas Cowboy shirt on Hollywood Boulevard.
I was just about to ask him that. I was about to
Yeah,
say because
I
it's supposed like in Cali, like certain hats you got to
Yeah.
be
You can't
careful
wear
with.
certain
yeah.
hat. You can't wear
I had
certain
a
clothes
Dallas
in general.
Cowboy. I had a Dallas Cowboy shirt on Hollywood Boulevard, Jay,
Oh,
and and across right at that that with that Chinese the theater the famous theater the movie
Right.
theater
was
Yeah.
it Magic Johnson Theater or something like that?
that theater on
One of those
Hollywood
ones?
Boulevard.
Okay, yeah.
It's a group of dudes standing there, and he doing his shit like this to me.
Oh
I'm
shit.
looking across and like, fuck is he doing? Now, mind you, some girls had pulled up in the drop top.
Mhm.
It was like four females in the drop top that pulled up on us. And my bump was talking to one of them, and Cher was talking to another. So I'm not really in the mix. I'm just looking because I'm observing. I'm always paying attention. So I'm looking, and I seen dude doing this, and I'm like, and then he yelled. He was like, "What's that you claim?" And I was like, and then I said, "What?" He was like, "You heard what the fuck I said? What's that?" And then the boys turned, and the girls looked and saw because they was able to hear it, and they looked at me and they was like, "Oh, you got that blue shirt on." They was like, "Get in." You know what I'm
Word.
saying? So we had to literally dive in, and they pulled off.
Shit, they might have saved your life right
No,
there.
I like
Yeah,
for
For
real.
real.
them chicks say, because when we got out, they were still chasing them. They were still chasing.
Oh, shit.
Oh
So we
shit.
ran into this store that was around there that we always frequent, and the dude got close to us because when we've been there long, so they was calling us Jersey down there now, like
Right.
yo
Okay.
Jersey, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when we went in there, he was like Jersey, and I was like yo, these dudes chasing us, and then he was like he let us in the back.
Right.
It was a Spanish dude. He let us in the back, and then when he let us out the back, we was able to go right on Vine Street and right back to the studio. Right, so
Word, no doubt.
it
You
was
said
like
Had to make
we
the
had to
great
double
escape.
back and shit. Word,
yeah, we
word,
had to
had to
make the
double
great
back real
escape,
quick.
man. Like, but it was crazy because I remember even being down there doing that shit. I remember this was a so we did something that no. Let me get this right. Let me get to this. Jagged Edge. We getting calls and, from home saying, y'all gonna be on the Apollo. I'm like, how the fuck we gonna be on Apollo? You just called me. How the fuck we gonna be on
Word.
Apollo? So he was like, yo, turn on what you call them, turn the Apollo. So we look at the Apollo and they like, Jagged Edge performing live. And I was like, me and Bump look at each other and Mark. By this time, Mark and Gerald and them had like differences in creating. So they kind of like split because we were signed to a label they was trying to build.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So we use more with Mark now, Mark Gordon, which is like the cousin, I believe, of Levert. We still cool to this day. Shout out to Mark Gordon. Shout out to Levert. So we find that out, and we creating songs under this Jagged Edge shit. But then we used to mess with Teddy Riley
Right.
back in the day before we even went. When me and Bump, it's a dude named Knowledge that was from 6th Street. If you look on one of Teddy Riley's album, the Black Street album, um, Knowledge is actually rapping on 2 of them songs. So
No
we used
doubt.
to go down there and we used to have access to the studio with Knowledge, and we had that name Jagged Edge. And somewhere along the line, JD and them hook up, and they get that, and here's where the name is basically how I feel like it was stolen. You feel me?
Right. No doubt.
But so we didn't cry with spilled milk. We were like, all right, and then we always used to talk about being the new beginning, the new how we recreating what we were and what we left
Right.
to give a new light to the city. Like there's a brightness to the city now. There's a new birth to the city. We're gonna be the
Right.
new birth. And then Mark Gordon, and then we came up with, oh, why don't you just call yourself the Nubornz? I was like, oh yeah, put a Z at the end instead of an S, like Nubornz
Right.
instead
Yeah.
of new. So that's how we became Nubornz.
And
And
that
Hell yeah.
and that was perfect segue from shot. Right, he didn't even realize
Perfect.
that
He didn't
was
even
the
know it.
next.
He threw the alley
That
oop
was
and
the
we about to
next.
dunk that bitch.
Yeah, right. So go ahead, Bree. Is that the
Because
case?
that was really our next question
Next
was
question.
who is the
Yeah.
Nubornz and how did they come together?
Mm-hmm.
so me and Bump Bump B, shout out to Bump, man. I love him to death. Um, People don't know that the Tootin name had already been in the music business because Booty Tootin was a part of a group called they was called damn, they was signed to Philly International too. But they had a song called Forever. Um how long? Man, I ain't gonna get me doing this
Nah,
shit on here.
shit,
But
you did enough now. I'm
but
clipping that bitch.
Yeah, yeah. He said the
man,
first one was free. Yeah, that you have to be I pay.
Word.
Like, all right.
but yeah, damn, it's a popular group from Philly, but Booty Tootin was from Camden, and that's Bump's uncle, so he already had the music, and that's how he got bit.
Right,
So
no doubt.
when me and Bump linked up, Bump always liked my style because we had similarities in how we were coming,
Right,
and plus I was already established as as the MC, as a major, and I wasn't Bump like me because I was edgy, I
right,
was gritty. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to anybody who was backpacking. I
right,
wasn't
right.
backpacking,
No doubt.
but I could go backpacking. You get what I'm
You
saying?
was
Yeah.
versatile.
Because I'm versatile. So when Bump started rap, Bump was just like me, all around, just off the top of the head, no hooks. no bar, no
Straight
6-2.
bars.
It was just straight
Shit.
go through shit off the top. And I know I was nice, but I never seen nothing like this.
Right.
Like he literally could make a song or two straight through with no motherfucking punch me in and stuff like that. His
Right.
freestyle in his head was just crazy. So I showed him how to put them into 16, and then we create the hook. And then we went to see a dude named Steve before we went to LA, and he used to cut hair. He used to live around there where Our Lady of Lords is, and he so happened to have he cut and bump hair. He just so happened to have a fucking studio in his front room with the microphone, like just not a full on studio, but a setup.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he gave us the beat, and me and Bump went in there, and we made this song called "It's Going Diggy Down." And after they recorded it, he put it out, put it around there, around the city a little bit, and we got crazy buzz off of it. And Bump was like, "This is easy." So when me and him started doing performances and started rhyming together, more or less, I could catch him without ever rehearsing.
Right.
He could
Right.
catch me. You know how Run DMC well, it's about that time for us to say
Right. Yeah.
that we're
Uh-huh.
Run DMC and Jam Master.
Right.
So me and Bump, we had that naturally.
Just that chemistry, like that split
It was
star
the
Busta
chemistry
Rhymes
that
type
was
shit. Yeah.
yeah. It was a hell of a chemistry. But at the
Word.
time, we still was young, so Bump was more chasing. He's more into chasing females, and me, I'm more into chasing his dream.
Right.
So
Right.
we got into like different creative situations where it's like Bump, fuck them, no disrespect women, but fuck them chicks, man. Like
Right.
we here for even in LA, we in there for a different purpose, man.
Right.
Main thing, the main thing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But Bump, that was his way out because Bump had some he had some legal issues that this was the way to get them ironed out.
No doubt.
So
Yeah.
he never wanted to leave. So just to give y'all a brief from the Nubornz that created, we was in LA for like 2.5 years, grinding, doing our thing, and then we ended up because of Bally's Gym and us creating songs. Like we had a song with Aaron Hall that we had created, and then we had this song called sound like it's A Marie, but she's younger.
Right.
That's on this
Okay.
song.
Word.
So so this song is being played in um in the aerobics class every single day. Like
Word. Word.
now when we come in, they all yell jerseys, to come work out, and we watching and they playing our song I'm like, this is crazy. So we got different people coming after us, and then Mark had a manager out there shopping our deals, so I had offers from Quincy Jones, Quest Records, Viv 10 Entertainment, Delicious Vinyl. These are the labels that was out there. I
Right.
think Jive was out there. It was labels that was offering us deals, but Mark Gordon at the time didn't feel the deals was lucrative for us to take.
Right.
Um, and again, that's the back end of it, the behind the scenes of it, and the part when you are part of somebody else's situation and then they looking out for you. It's like you guys just gotta wait and see what's the deal,
Right.
what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
You gotta
So
trust
once
their
we got
intentions are
out of that,
pure.
yeah, once we got out of that contract, now we down there off of pure loyalty.
Right.
Again, Bump is not trying to go back home because we could have been. Now we fending for ourselves really, but Mark's still putting us up.
Right. Right. I
You know what I'm
understand.
saying? And I'm be honest with you. Mark trusted me so much. I had the strap. I had this man's Rolex watch, and
Word.
you know what I'm saying. He let me drive the Range Rover. Like you
Right.
get what I'm saying? Because Mark had that much trust. Yeah, yeah. Like I'm literally. I could have lived a life in California, and Mark didn't want me to leave to this day. And I was getting offered deals without Bump
Right.
because every time that someone came up to the studio, I know y'all know the dude that had Acorn Projects on his in his head. boy that got stumped out on Menace to
Right,
Society.
right, yeah.
He up, he up there. The boy that played Chauncey,
Oh
the
shit.
huh, huh,
No, I said
you
oh
know what I'm
shit. Yeah.
no, no. You ever see The Wood?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Remember the brother?
Who that plays Stacy?
Oh, Stacy? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
DeAndre Bonds. DeAndre
DeAndre,
Bonds.
yeah,
Bonds, yeah.
he up in the studio, like he talking about he gonna be Pop, Pop gonna live through him. So I'm like looking at these jokers, and it's just all kind of artists coming up there, you know what I'm saying? And they would rap, and I would just be sitting there, and then Mark would be like, no lie, Mark would be like, he would give me that look and be like, and we smoking that Cali weed, yo, like we blowing that Cali weed.
Right, right.
That shit hitting the side like I can feel some shit like right here, yo.
Right.
Like, yo, yeah. I'm sitting there like this, like, and Mark would be like sick him, like that, like
Right.
he ain't literally saying it, but that's the look
He
like.
giving you that look, right, right.
Cause everybody rapping, they all rapping. So now the beat on, I'm toked up like that shit in me, and I'm going ape shit. Now nobody rapping.
Right, and
Now
niggas
Mark and
quiet
them
and
like,
watching.
yo, what happened? Where all the rappers at? Like, so I'm still going since y'all don't want to go
Right.
because I'm hungry.
Take
Right.
advantage of the opportunity
Hell
for
yeah.
sure.
Camden gotta be known right now. Fuck,
Thanks.
I ain't even thinking about shots. Every time I did music or I went somewhere and then I was thinking Camden the entire time.
No
That's
doubt.
why when you don't mention me or I do feel some type of way
As you
because
should.
no one wholeheartedly had in them what I had with Camden. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I came in. If I could have named myself Camden as an artist, it would have been that. You follow what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
But I just wanted to be the motherfucker that they understood represented Camden to the fullest. So I'm
The
I'm
first
coming
chance
at
you
y'all.
get in front of a platform and you got the opportunity to be like, yo,
They
raise
getting it.
to wave that flag, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it. You're gonna
yeah,
understand
yeah.
where I'm
They was
from.
they was getting it, Jay. I don't give a fuck where I was at.
No
They was
bullshit.
getting it.
Hell
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying? On spot too.
Right.
So that's what people say all the time. Like my brother and them always be like, "Gee, one thing about the artist, shout out to Tick. One thing about you, bro, that I know these motherfuckers ain't got that. I always like look at you and be like, if they say spit something, my brother like right there, like he
Facts.
right there on the
Facts.
shit. Like you get what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
oh,
Facts.
hold up, nah. Like I would say to the youngins, yo, let me hear something. Nah, cause auto tunes don't work out here,
Right,
huh?
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But no disrespect to it,
Nah, I
but
feel you.
because at one point I was coming at this shit. But
Right.
we went from there. When we came from there, we went to North Carolina, Winston Salem, and then we made a nice little name for ourselves there. We was recording there, and this around the time when we left Cali, we went right there. This is when I remember 2 albums came out, and I was fucked up over. Um, it was like 9/8, 9/8, something
It's
like
dark
that,
as hell
late
is hot.
9/8. It was dark, and there you go.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's dark and hell is hot, and it was the CNN. It was fucking
Oh, Noriega and them.
Noriega,
Uh-huh.
Capone Noriega, and I was like, yo, they tore this. So the energy different. But now
Right.
I'm in the South, so now all those South rappers they getting chewed. They can't even fathom what's going on because
Right.
they got the slow pitch,
It was a
slow.
different type of rhyme scheme back then for the
Oh
South people.
yeah, the
Right, yeah.
scheme was different. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But Bump used to always be like, nah, fuck them niggas, but fuck them niggas. And I used to be like, nah, fuck them niggas. Like you know what I'm saying? Because Bump used to be like, I'm wasting my time or something like that. Like
Right.
he ain't rapping for them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But me, I wanted them to hear me. I wanted them to feel me. I wanted them to be like, yo. And they started calling me Jersey down there.
Right, no
And
doubt.
now, we end up coming back home. We went to Dayton, Ohio. We went to Virginia. We was in different areas for a little bit till we got stagnated, and then we came back home. and we signed a deal with our boys first.
Right.
It was called Codge Entertainment, Kev, and Jet. So if you look, and I'm explaining this because a lot of people don't know the history of Jagged Edge and why this whole that that symbol that you see that look like a JE
Yeah.
Yeah.
and look like an NJ
Right.
and all that, but it was a newborn symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
was Jagged Edge if you see it, and then it was if you flip it,
I,
it was
I only
NJ.
saw NJ. I never even saw. Now when you say that shit, I can see the E the whole time.
And
And
guess who
shit.
created that? And
Who?
guess who created that? Your cousin,
ain't that
Who? Bim?
Bim.
Cause he
Bim
the artist.
created that.
I knew that as soon as you said who created it, cause he could
Yep.
draw his
Oh,
ass
wow.
off anyway.
Yep,
So yeah.
Bim created that, and then we kept it because it was us. It was
Hell yeah.
our symbol. So we
Facts.
kept it as the Nubornz, and then everybody looked at it as a newborn symbol, but it's really JE for Jagged Edge
That's
in New
crazy.
Jersey. You flip it,
Right.
and so when we got that established, we signed with Codge, but it's really a K and a J in there too
Oh
for
shit.
Codge Entertainment.
Right.
So
he just
when you
tied
go back.
everything in.
Yeah, when you go back and look at that symbol, it's you'll see it all. It's a K,
Right.
you'll see it all.
Hell
But
yeah.
we got we did 2 singles with them. We put them together, and then uh we end up signing with a label after them. We signed with a label called New Talent Entertainment. New Talent. His name is Larry Schreiber. Some rich um dude who owned medical supplies.
Hmm.
He had a medical supply. Rich white dude, but
Right.
he always wanted a record label and he always wanted a hip hop label. So he ended up taking us in, and then we created the Nubornz album off of him, and got put up by him. I mean everything. We had the whole bells and whistles with him, but again, it didn't really it didn't really produce because he still wasn't privy to being a record
Executive and
label
shit. Yeah.
executive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He could move medical, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Equipment and shit.
But
Yeah.
so but we really had to do the leg work, and without you getting like you gotta get with promoters, you gotta get with publicists, you gotta get you
Yeah.
gotta have
Hell
real
yeah.
real tight management to get you these things, and he didn't have or we didn't have that all at that time. So we still just see collectively as a a what you would call hometown. That's why the Nubornz is so hometown
Right.
legend. But then those songs that we did in L.A. with Mark Gordon and Levert and them was like I got them now. They still timeless,
Right. No doubt.
and we were still shopping these songs to different people, and we end up getting a deal offered to us by um Corrupt
Oh, from the dog pound.
from the Dog
Real.
Pound,
Okay.
which is crazy because we were in LA
Right.
and didn't get a chance to get with Corrupt, and then came home, and then we got in touch with some people through that knew and got with Corrupt, and he
Well,
was
ain't he
partnered with it.
originally
He from
from
Philly.
Philly? Yeah, he
Yeah, I'm
He
originally
about to
from
from
say he from
Philly.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had a partner named Joe Marone, who was this Italian lawyer, but tied into the mob, right?
Hmm.
That shit just scares off. Like, and matter of fact, a lot of them. This dude had. It was called Entra Records, if y'all remember. It was a label called Entra that Corrupt was the part owner with Joe
Okay.
Marone.
Okay.
So we really got that deal through Jim Brony. If you remember, y'all remember Jim
Yeah,
Brony's?
Hell
Frank
yeah.
and yeah,
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 Yeah.
Frank and them.
Patty
Yo,
and them.
rest in
Yeah,
peace.
peace to all of them. Yeah,
Yeah, rest in
Facts.
peace. Even his son,
yeah,
young Frank,
little Frank.
passed.
Yeah, yeah, I
Damn, I didn't
know.
even know that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yup. So they was built the original Jim Brony. He loved us.
No
just
doubt.
give us free food. We didn't have to
We
trip
got
for nothing.
history with Jim Bronies and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a. That was a great
Yeah.
man, yo.
Yeah,
Great
we
man.
used to work for him. We used to hand out like little
we
flyers
was
for the
a
meat
street team
packets
and
when we was
shit.
kids.
Facts.
Nah,
We was
that's
a
freaked up, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
I
street
he
remember.
always
team.
took care. He took care of the hood. I don't give a fuck what people, you know,
Right.
the Italian or whatever people say.
Right.
Jim Brony wasn't like what you see in this fucking country when it comes to that racist and all that extra shit.
Right.
Nah, they was good.
Jim Brony
They was
looked
good
out.
people.
It
Yeah,
was really
Yeah,
good
he was
fact.
great.
yeah, for
He was
sure.
great people. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
So he made sure we ate, we was fed. He made sure we was out of the loop with as far as like not having to hustle. He made sure that because he had affiliations with Joe Marone,
Yeah,
and Joe
Right.
Marone had affiliations with whoever else from the
Right.
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 So
He was always in the back of that store, sitting in that chair, looking over his glasses and stuff in
yeah,
the
he's
back.
looking over his glass.
Hey, you stand out of joke? Yeah, I know. Like, trust me.
Dead ass, yo.
Uh-huh.